Well, there's snowflakes and sparklies on the scarfies, but there are no snowflakes on the ground, even though this is, in fact, January, late January. And, as you can see, the boy also has his snowflake winter scarfie on, and he's also finding lots of good things to sniff at, look at. But that does not change the fact that there ain't no snow. And if you are a fan of the garden videos, you know I like to have snowy gardens in January and February. But it ain't happening here in January, that's for sure. And since there's no snow to show you, there's not much else to show you either. A couple of deer running across over there. There's absolutely nothing going on outside here, and the only thing that's really changed, I don't know, you probably will not be able to see the deer way across there, but there's 4 or 5 of them in the next door neighbor's yard there looking at us. Maybe I'll do a digital zoom in and see. They look like they're a little curious, like they're wondering what the heck I'm doing over here. But they're grazing on the brown grass, and out there in the corn patch, basically I just knocked down all the stalks, and Frankie's got an eye on the deer for sure. Look at him, he is at attention. What do you think, boy? Yeah, there's deeries, aren't they? And likewise, I knocked down all the sunflowers here. I did things like put away the tomato cages over here in bed number 4, and took down the pole bean trellises over in bed number 1, and the sweet pea netting poles. So basically I did my my homework and kind of cleaned up the place, which is usually done in the fall, but never got around to it. But absolutely nothing going on. The only thing that's going on is really inside, and that's the seed catalog is here, and I've already picked out everything that I'm going to grow this year, and I have on my short-term to-do list to order seeds, so I'll probably be doing that this week. And yeah, they're still over there, boy. Just teasing you, aren't they? There's quite a few. At least 10, and I saw a few exit too, so there's probably 12 or 15 of them. Anyway, nothing to show you out here. We won't be starting anything indoors under the lights until probably early March, although I'm growing a couple of different things this year, so I don't know if any of those have longer lead times. But typically I start planting indoors under the lights in the first week of March. It's not all that cold today, not all that windy. It's kind of a bleak midwinter day, but it's probably got up into the 40s, I think. We had a little dusting of snow the other day, but really haven't hardly had any snow this year, which of course always pisses me off. But February's coming, and sometimes February is where we get all the snow for the season. So I'll just hope for some, because again, as if you know me, you know I love snow, and I don't know if I've ever had a snowfall or where I was ready for it to end when it ended. That's how I am. Now, I will say this year I decided I'm going to actually take samples of all the beds and send them off to UNH, to their lab there, to have them do a complete soil analysis, because I really wasn't happy with the way things grew last year. And in the meantime, I happened to do a pH test. I have a pH tester, and I did that on all the beds and found out that they were very acidic, 4.5, instead of up in the 6.5 range, which is where they should be. They should only be slightly acidic. So I actually went ahead and bought some lime treatment and put that down on all the beds. If it stays relatively warm and dry, I'll go ahead and till all that stuff in. But at any rate, I'm getting ready to ship off the samples, and it'll be interesting to see how all the beds come back. I'm growing different things this year, some new things. I'm actually going to try winter squash and pumpkins out in the corn bed, because we've got plenty of corn. I'm going to grow some sweet corn in here. I've got a whole box full of popcorn, so don't really need to grow corn. I've been frustrated with winter squash and melons in the past, but I'm going to try again. Maybe getting the soil pH better, or the soil treated a little bit better, and if I can keep on top of the pests, maybe I'll have some better luck this year. I don't know, but it's worth a try. But very bleak out here right now. Nothing going on. This is probably as dormant as the garden gets. But we are already started Marvin Gardens 2017, because this is January for one, and for number two, like I say, I've got all the varieties selected, and going to place the order pretty soon. So, but really, that's just going to do it for us here at Sky Manor Marvin Gardens. Jesse is, as you might be able to tell, ready to go inside, and Franklin could sniff around here for quite a while if he had his druthers. But that's all for January. Where's the boy? January 2017. The first installment of Marvin Gardens 2017. On this, there he is, back down there at the end of that bed. At the end of January 2017. And we will see you all next month in February. Hope you're having a nice, cozy winter. With lots of good food and good company and everything else that goes along with the winter months. Not too much cabin fever, hopefully. All right. We'll see you next month in February 2017. Bye, y'all. Woo, there he goes.